as a target individual, um, I'm going to continuously bring up things they try to create. This narrations, this reality they put together, and try to use noise campaign, from the neighbors. You hear this like kind of noise like this, and you hear like people trying to get you to subscribe to these retardations of thoughts, of ways of thinking. And I heard this like I mean, as you can see, I didn't even want to show that, but this is one of the neighbors involved in this. They're all like childlike. Like the reason why this thing is even better is because when you see the people who are trying to make you subscribe to these manipulations, you you, it becomes even less subscribable. Let me say something about one of the new narration they've created. Actually, they've been creating it for a while, but it was almost comical. But my brain at this point, it can be just restructured in ways of thinking that is just super illogical. Listen, what they're trying to do is create a false persona, and it's a pedophilia type of persona. So they're trying to find ways in sexual ways. They try to turn things and change them into something else. Now, um, I know the stories of what's happening to me sometimes can be a little bit graphic in the sense that they try to change me in this disturbing sexual ways. So what they're trying to do is, for example, I have, let's just say, Japanese woman, right? And I'm sorry, I don't want to be so like subjective and in regard of like people, but that's the things they do. They look into how they can manipulate things into something else, right? So Japanese women, right? A lot of men find them beautiful, right? A lot of men find them attractive, right? And they're beautiful women, and I've always wanted to go to Japan. Uh, Um, not because of just like the beautiful culture, but also because there's just beautiful women there. Now, listen, I'm not perfect. Now, what they're trying to do, and hopefully you can capture some of the noise campaign coming from outside. Um, yeah, this noise campaign, they're supposed to make you subscribe to these things, right? And they can say Roy Moore, right? So they create their little fantasy, right? To get you to subscribe to these things. So Japanese women are women that a lot of men find attractive. So they want you to 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 see something else. Now they try to change into something else. Now because the Japanese culture have these things where, and I don't want to be graphic, but they have that like submissive kind of ways of like looking, being very polite. But I'm gonna be frank. If you see a lot of this Japanese adult content, you see them, and I'm so sorry but I think this needs to be said because they want you to be scared of it. They want you to subscribe to their little fantasy. I opened the door 2 seconds ago. You see this grown man walking, try to make me subscribe to this thing. He knows that I know these people do this type of torture. Very confident. I'm not even one to show him. I was like, I'd made sure that I talked that he can hear me, and I purposely, when I say Roy Moore, he would just right in front of me. So now what they're trying to do with this Japanese woman, of course, just like most men, Japanese women are beautiful women. They have a unique look. They're interested looking, and they're good looking. Um, so now how they try to twist it, they make me think of, like how in this adult content you see this Japanese woman dressing like in like schoolgirl uniform. And so now when they make me think of Japanese women, they try to make me think of this kind of like schoolgirl Japanese woman. And me wanting to go to Japan is because I wanted to see Japanese actual schoolgirl. This is people, and there's people right now in the hallways and everything trying to get you to subscribe to this nonsensicalness. And I remember talking to my friend. Sorry, not my friend. They made me say my friend because the actuality is I talked to my old employee who put me in this program, and I was like, I want to go to Japan, and I was like honest, like, oh, just because the women there, and I don't know if I say the women or the girls, but to them, they're like, oh, the girls, like the kids. You understand? You see, that's proof. You didn't say women, you say girls. So you went there for the school girls. These people are there. They're truly are, and then they're like, oh, now we'll have a mental battle. You wanted to go there for the school girls. Are you serious? So they wanted me to go to Japan. I was gonna be like, oh, all this school girl, we can go to the school. Delusional. They are making those campaign. They're trying. These people have no shame. That's why I take pictures of them. This is why you have to look at these people for the humiliating life they have to live. Do you understand? So hold on. Let me open the door so you can hear the noise campaign. You see what? Did you hear that? Hopefully I was able to capture. I was able to capture the sound. These people are delusional. They open the door. Hey, now you pay. I said, they are making me imagine that my thing for Japanese women is all the schoolgirls, actual schoolgirls. There's the bikers making noise campaign. It's like, why you I'm sorry, I don't want it. I am not gonna let them live their fantasy. This delusional. It's our schoolgirl. Now I understand their job is to agitate you. They're making me now imagine actual schoolgirls, like literally actual kids. They have they do. It's just it's comical, and they're doing their best to like to try to make me subscribe to this thing. Now these people, target individual. I just want to say that if you saw them, you know they're not investigating. How can you respect yourself and do these things? Yeah, they can now respect like this. There's no self-respect when they do these things. That's why I'm like, I make these videos. I want to make sure that they can hear how illogical they want me to be. It's all gaslighting. It's all method. It's like it's all ways to try to get you to accept this. Like, and they really think that I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I should be nervous. They started making noise campaign. Do you think I want to go to Japan for the schoolgirls there? The retardations of this, and try to do the noise campaign and try to make them do the bike noise. They have like the bikes, right? Bikers around that makes the noise. Try to get you to accept. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I should be like, you know what? Yes, I was gonna go to Japan with the schoolgirls. I was gonna go to the schoolgirls and be like, oh, hey, delusional. And they're like, oh, they're gonna wait for you. They're gonna torture you and they're gonna rape you because we're gonna frame you. You see, that's proof. Because they want you to subscribe to it. And when you see how comical this is, to think that they can they want you so bad to accept this false narration that when you laugh at this retardations of a narration, this nonsensicalness, they're like, oh, they'll be laughing. Oh, they wait for you. They're going to torture you. Okay. But you understand that I'm not subscribing to this stupidity. You delusional trash to actual. These people actually work for pedophiles. They came and speak about a pedophile that actually went to schools and pick up kids, calling schools. Well, me, they're here trying to make me imagine schoolgirls in Japan. This the delusion. They have projected a reality where I think I've heard. I'm not sure. I think I heard. I'm not certain about this, but I think I heard they say they're gonna party when bad things are gonna happen to me. You understand? This is the same people who came up with storylines that are so humiliating. It's just embarrassing to see a grown man and a grown woman having to have to dumb themselves down and to talk about how I'm gonna hurt, as if that's gonna be validating for the stupidity they had to try to make me subscribe to. They are delusional. But I will. That's why I make these videos, not only because I want to speak out loud what they're trying to make me subscribe to and see how illogical is the stupidness of that. Try to override with this reality that's put together and just try to create a version of reality they've put together. I just want them to hear it too. And say why. You see, you remember when this is why. This is the target individuals. These people are having to dumb themselves down. They have to make themselves damn near on the spectrum. Do you understand? So this ways of twisting reality into something else, of creating a fantasy of theirs to try to now, and this, and I'm going to be honest. I've watched, of course, like everybody, adult content where the star in it sometimes dressing in this schoolgirl outfit, typical things. That's what what okay. It's like you see, that's what you want. That's proof. Ooh, the almost no shameness. Listen, I know I'm not perfect, but I'm saying these things that are perhaps adult-like. But this is how they're investigating, and manipulating, and changing. They're not investigating; they're manipulating to think in these illogical ways. And say, "Oh, a schoolgirl." You see, so you watch this thing with adult content with a schoolgirl, and in my mind now, they're literally making me think of when I'm thinking about a Japanese woman. They're making me think of like schoolgirls, actual schoolgirls, like actual kids. Actually, like make me like, it's just crazy and creating things in my head. Actually, like it's just nonsensical of things that it's just ridiculous. They've created reality that, and they try to get you to subscribe to these things. And so when when I was talking to this guy, to my employer at the time, and say, yeah, I won't go to Japan. It's like, oh, so the women or the girls, whatever. I say either one of them. They're like, oh, you see girls, because if you say girls, then that means you want like actual children. And so you see, that's proof. Somebody walked outside, you should say women. These people are delusional. Like, and this is a true battle. To the point when I'm listening to a podcast, like I was with those girls, you see girls, like they are trying to get you to be as delusional as possible. So to all my target individual, these people they've done everything possible to get you to accept a logic that is just damn near on the spectrum side. That's why I take picture of them. That's why I get on like I open up, pretend I'm on the phone. I was like, hey, because these people have to dumb themselves down. It's humiliating. And they want to sell this reality they put together in my head. And think I'm gonna let them live. Like, no, can you yourself? Like, you understand that this is stupidity? Now, this is the things that of course they go further when they go with the like actual like babies and things like this is the most disgusting part. But to try to create a twisted version of a reality where now when I'm looking at even like Japanese women, they try to make me think, they make me think of like children. These people delusional, and they're gonna rape you, so that's proof. Listen, if I had to choose life between getting raped or do the things that you do, the humiliating life that these people have to live, it's humiliating. I'd rather get knocked out than having to live this life. This dignity, my death, I'm gonna suffer because listen, I'm opening the door and speaking out loud, they want me to subscribe to these retardations. They know I'm not subscribing to this. It's childlike ways of thinking that they have to stoop to make me accept these ways and try to act accordingly so I can subscribe to this manipulation. It's not going to happen. What I want to do is truly want to take a picture of these people and be like, listen, this is what these people are trying to sell now. So am I going to get raped? Okay, but listen to what these people are trying to get me to accept. This falsification of reality they've put together. That's why I'm here. I'm here to show them how low they had to set, to put themselves down to. Of course, I know they know better. Well, they know the reality of things. They're acting accordingly. I know every single person making their noise campaign, banging things around. They just want you to accept this new version of reality. Or Japanese women turning to actual children. I'm saying purposely women because if I say, oh, Japanese girls are all like little girls, like children, no, of course not. But I know how you're going to twist it. Yes, Japanese woman is going to be turning to Japanese children. Oh, remember, Japanese, it make me think of Japanese, like adult star wearing like a school uniform. Then make me think to actually school girl with a school uniform in Japan. This is delusional. It has gone to a level there's no return. And when I was talking to my friend, who's not my friend actually, they make me say my friend, my old employer was responsible for me being here. I was like, hey, Japan. I was like, yeah, I want to go to Japan for the girls or for the women. They're like, oh, they actually now they make me think of actual kids. I was like, really? It's just, it's so illogical. It's so illogical. And to them it's like, oh, we have to make ourselves down because we are at war. No, you're not at war. You work for pedophiles. You can't even say Roy Moore. You're here trying to make me think of Japanese children instead of Japanese women, Japanese adults. Delusional. And you hear this people of all sorts, people who look very respectable, people who look like they're on drugs, people who they have no shame. A grown man. I said, I just saw a grown man in front of me trying to make me accept these things. Like, do you think I don't look at you? Do you? Now, that's why I was purposely saying, you can't even say Roy Moore, you're here trying to make me imagine this nonsensicalness. To all my target individuals, whatever they threat you or warn you of doing, which is for me, I believe they're going to do this. So to me, I don't see it as threat. It's more like, okay, you warning me of this because you want me to subscribe to this nonsensicalness. It's just retardation of like ways of thinking. And you want me to subscribe to this. Now, I know my time is limited, just like everybody else, but I think mine is maybe even more limited. So I want to make sure that as they leave this nastiness and call themselves God, they see themselves how delusional they had to make themselves be. This is how stupid you had to be. You God cannot say Roy Moore, and now you're making me think of children, Japanese children, instead of, with uniform, instead of actual Japanese adult people. And you have to call yourself at war/gods. There's a life of indignity there's no return coming back from. And these people are living it. And I'm here to help them understand that. So whatever's going to happen to me, I'm glad I had this moment to at least speak, vent, let it out, and to listen to how they have twisted, manipulated reality into something else, into this fictional, pedophilia-centric world that they wish it was. They have no shame. And they tell me you're going to lose your eye. They're using torture as if it doesn't show how pedophilia-centric these people are. So whatever I'm going to experience, I know it's going to be bad. I'm here speaking to people in the hallways and talk about how almost on the spectrum like these people are, on how retarded like these people are. And they try to counter it, the torture you're going to experience, ha 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 ha, it's going to be so bad. It's like, okay, listen, look at your life right now. Look at your life right now. You are here trying to make me accept something that's so delusional. I'm here laughing at you. And all you can come back with, they're going to torture you. Okay, they torture me and you guys are trash bottom feeder who works for pedophiles who try to make people into pedos and come up with your retardation of narrations that's so falsified. You have people here to slam the garbage and try to get you to subscribe to this nonsensical, and you don't even want to be seen because you know yourself is kind of retarded to try to come up with the stories. It's like, oh, you're gonna get knocked out. Say, okay, I'll get knocked out, and you're here trying to make me imagine children instead of women. And you're like, and you know what they say? Oh, girls. There's people right now next to me, and I've seen some of them say, girls. And you know what they say to counter this reality? Oh, they wait for you. These same people who can't say Roy Moore, who force people to think in these delusional ways, who just sold their soul to pedophiles, and try to make you accept this nonsensical, say, oh, there is, we're analyzing. But you came and say Roy Moore, and you're here making me think of schoolgirls in Japan. Actual schoolgirl. You know how retarded these people are? This is why I take picture of these people. This is why. I'm actually taking, let me see if this is going to be. Yeah. Roy Moore, are you around? I'm pretending. Yeah. So basically right now I'm doing is knowing that they have to dumb themselves down. They don't want to be seen, right? And so and so and so this is the embarrassing life that they have to live. There was somebody who said, "Oh, they're gonna whatever's gonna happen to my eyes." I'm sorry to all my target individuals. Never subscribe to this nonsensicalness. These childlike individuals that sold their soul to pedophiles that can't even work for. They can't even speak. They can't even speak to about an actual pedophile. I here try to come up with this new version of these Japanese people now. Now I'm as if the Japanese they turn Japanese women into Japanese children. I don't even want to say girl because they're all girl. Oh, you know, they're delusional, and they're like, oh, it's not fair. No, it's fair. You work for pedophiles, and you're trying to turn me into a pedophile. These people actually have issues with pedophilia, and then now he here try to change the twist reality from Japanese women to children. This is the life of these people. It's like, oh, a schoolgirl. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Let me say that, and watch how they're going to try to box it. I want to go to Japan for the schoolgirls. They're delusional. And you know what they say? Oh, you got raped. Because they think that I'm going to subscribe to it because of this torture I'm going to experience. Of course, it's delusional to think this way. So I'm going to say this. I'd rather get raped than having to make myself this dumb, this retarded, this is illogical, and live the life they live, and then die. They can't even speak of an actual pedophile. This trash live a sad, pathetic life. And then, you know what they say? Oh, then he wants. Oh, look at your life now. To all my target individual, you could be living their life. A much humiliating life. You know, they're like screaming, high school. They can't even be seen. Not because they're scared I'm going to attack them. It's because they don't want to be seen. Because I'm going to take a picture of these people. And what happens if I take a picture of these people? You will see, okay, look at these people investigating. So to all my target individuals, whatever is the next story, whatever manipulations, see them for what they are. Trash that are trying to change a reality into their fantasies, which for me is pedophilia centric, and can't even speak about an actual pedophile. Stay strong and know that justice will be done, because you could be living the life of this trash, making noise campaign, try to make you subscribe to this. It's embarrassing. If I came out with a picture, it will be so humiliating. Listen to this man. Stay strong, target individual. You could be living life like them. I'd rather get raped than do what they do.